Hi everybody, this is Ernie and this is my view. Haven't been around for a while, but I've been busy working too hard in this economy, as most of us do. Anyway, I'm glad to be back, and I've got a few little quips and quotes I want to throw at you, rather than one long story about one subject. I thought we ought to cover quite a few. Personally, I'd like to start with the politically correct stuff. Things like not being able to have a T-shirt with military logos on it if you're in high school. No mention of God in public anywhere. No God bless you anymore if someone sneezes on the subway. Some of these things are just about driving me nuts. I don't know about you, but why is it that everybody has to be a victim? It's really silly. As a matter of fact, it's stupid. You're only a victim if you want to be a victim. If you accept victimhood, then you're a victim. The PC police, do you think they'll ever be satisfied? I don't think so. There's no Bibles that you can read when you're in a hotel anymore. No ethnic jokes. God, I love a good Irish joke, and St. Paddy's Day is coming up pretty soon. I promise I'm not going to be offended. No offensive mascots to the PC crowd like most of the pro football teams have. That's just disgusting to them. No flags flying anywhere. You can't say the Pledge of Allegiance anywhere. Everybody just wants to be offended. For God's sakes, you certainly can't pray, all right? So most of these programs that I have, a lot of it's going to be anti-PC. Trust me, most of it will be. So here's a list of little quick hitters that you might enjoy. Here's a noteworthy legacy for you. A drastic increase in violent crime, resurgence of racial unrest and hate groups, demoralization of the military and police, decreased border security, influx of unknown thousands of illegal aliens, an increase in entitlement programs and spending increase in one-parent homes, chemical dependency at an all-time high, educational standards plummet, increased tax burden on the working poor, thousands of U.S. jobs have been moved to foreign soils, legal immigration of 10,000 potential terrorists, and the enemies are expanding nuclear weapon capabilities, and the suppression of Judeo-Christian values. And guess who owns all of it? Barack Hussein Obama. He owns the whole thing. That's what's happened since he's been around. So thank you, Mr. President. Liberals keep calling Donald Trump Hitler, but they seem to forget one thing, as liberals often do. George Soros, the leader of their movement, of the liberal movement of MoveOn.org, worked for Hitler, helping kill his own people, the Jews. Now that's who the left follows. Love the guy. And also the new liberal information is this is good. I get the stuff off of Facebook and some other websites, but they're great. Liberals are hilarious. They really are a funny bunch of people. They're the same folks who want God out of everything, are now proclaiming taking in refugees is the Christian thing to do. That's what Connie Harris said. I'm not sure who that is. But liberals are hilarious. The same folks who want to take God out of everything are now proclaiming taking in refugees is the Christian thing to do. Hypocrisy is the word you're looking for right there. And here's another little quote that you might want to carry around your pocket. Detroit has been run by liberals for decades. Texas had been run by conservatives for decades. This should pretty well tell you everything you need to know when you start voting or thinking about voting. Here's another little cute one. I like this. Some folks are comparing Trump to Hitler again, but Obama and Hillary are responsible for killing Americans. You remember a little place called Benghazi? Never forget that. But like Hermit the Frog here says, it's none of his business. These are little interesting things I think you'll enjoy as we go through. If I can get the papers separated, would be fine. Anyway, here's a little thing about Bernie Sanders, our newfound hero by most of the left, and especially the millennials. Bernie Sanders has never owned a business. Bernie Sanders has never invented anything or started a business. Bernie Sanders has never had a 9-to-5 job. Bernie Sanders has never proposed a bill that was passed in over the 26 years he's been in public life. Bernie Sanders lived off welfare before he got elected. Well, it's good he found a job. Bernie Sanders is 74 years old. The overwhelming majority of Bernie Sanders supporters are not employed. And the overwhelming majority of Bernie Sanders supporters received some sort of financial aid. This is a summary. The next president of the United States could be elected by voters who don't work but receive financial aid to give that money to a man who's never had an actual job. He does nothing in his life that he can put a finger on, and who has never supported a political bill that's passed by a single vote. This doesn't solve America's problem. It defines them. Okay? Here's a little piece of graffiti you might see on a wall somewhere. Take a picture of it when you see it. If you repeat a lie often enough, it becomes politics, or it becomes the truth. They're both kind of the same thing in this instance, trust me. But remember, if you repeat a lie often enough, it becomes truth. And that's what politics these days are all about. Repeat the lie. And our president is very, very good at that. Here's a little story you may not have heard about. This was about a week or two ago. It was on a Friday, and the Arapahoe, Colorado high school shooter came to school with he was armed to the hilt. He was going to kill as many people as he could. But you know what? He ended up the only one that died. He died. An armed school resource officer confronted him. But you won't read about this in the mainstream America, will you? Or in the mainstream media. Remember, folks, guns actually do save lives. And here's a little bit of a twister for you. Immature thinking. You'll recognize this. I deserve. I'm entitled. Pay my bills. Take care of me. Do not offend me. It's really all about me. Now here's some mature thinking for you. I must earn. It's about others. I must challenge my views. I will build my own stuff. Nobody owes me anything, and I am responsible for my own success. And you want to remember, a couple of weekends ago, Chicago actually showed the nation all they need to know about liberals at that Trump rally when they made big asses of themselves. And by the way, that was backed by MoveOn.org. That's George Soros's little thing. Okay? So that's kind of it. Nothing a whole lot of importance or crazy. Just things for you to think about. But I do want to say before I close up, God bless all of our first responders, the police department, the fire department, the nurses and the doctors in the emergency wards, and also every armed forces person. We have men and women in all of the ranks. Those people keep us safe. They have given us our freedom. So when you take a seat at the next basketball game or a football game, remember that seat was saved for you by someone who probably gave up their life or their legs or arms or something. Keep those people in mind when you go through your daily routine. And when you see those people, nod your head. You don't have to say a lot and embarrass them. Just nod your head and wink, or very, very quietly say thank you. Thank you very much. And remember, folks, fly your flag. Buy yourself a flagpole. Fly a flag off your porch. Show your country and the people who are invading it. Show those people that you're an American, and it's going to be awfully damn hard for them to take this country away. Because like the saying goes, remember, ISIS, we have a rifle behind every blade of grass. And in closing, I want to say God bless all of you, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.